The Rush, sponsored by State Farm.
Welcome back into another episode of The Rush after we took our spring break, but we are back and with some spring sports highlights of baseball, girls, soccer, capital city lacrosse. Other exclusive Rush features will be on the way as well. But right now, let's get the show underway. And Glenwood head baseball coach Pat Mooney is here on set as a guest anchor to go over these highlights when the Titans battle Normal West and Springfield High. So, Coach, thanks for coming on.
Bet. Glad to be here.
Start of the season, you guys started out 6-3. You guys playing a lot of seniors that didn't get much playing time last year. How do you think they're adjusting, and do you think this is the start you were expecting?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm pretty happy. I wish we would have won the one conference game, especially with Jacksonville. That's the one that
lost 3-1 at home.
Right. Yeah, that's the one that we'd been undefeated in the conference, and things would look just a little bit better. But we play a tough schedule. Triad, Normal West, always really good teams, and they haven't started their conference schedule yet, so they were a little better set up pitching-wise than what we were after playing the conference games. But all in all, very happy with the start.
Let's take a look when the Titans battled the Normal West Wildcats at South Park. Normal West came in at 7-3. You guys got off to a great start. There was Drake Hupp, RBI double down the right field line. RBI triple, actually.
Yeah, and the pitcher for Normal West has actually shut us out the last two seasons as a sophomore and a junior. He was pitching against us again as a senior, and we got too early and hit the ball much better against him than we have in the past.
That's Matthew James, the starter for Normal West. He's heading to Illinois, and there's Hobby to make it 2-0 with a single right up the middle.
Right, well, we hit the ball hard in the first inning. I mean, these were all clean hits, and we ran the bases well, and everything was looking good early.
Michael Gabauer is looking good early with his stuff. He's about your number 3 starter starting in this non-conference game, but then Matthew James started to get his stuff going, striking out Michael Hudson.
Right, he's a very good pitcher. I think they were in line to really make a run in the state tournament last year, and he got mono in the spring last year and wasn't able to pitch at the end, so he's a good one. Here
is where the errors started piling up, though, in the 4th inning. Drake Hupp a little boot, and then Michael Gabauer going to check up on the runner, throws it away, and Josh Apple huffing and puffing to third base, a great scoring position now for Normal West.
Yeah. We've had a few errors, and early in the season I was very happy, but the last few games we've made a few errors, and I think it's a little bit of a reflection. I think the only time we've had infield practice before these games were before the games. We hadn't had any practice, and I think it kind of caught up to us, and we made some errors on really a couple of routine plays.
That led to 3 innings there in the 4th. They grabbed a 4-2 lead, but the hits kept coming up, and now eventually brought in Matt Benitez. That pitch gets by catcher Jonah Bell, and Apple was able to cruise on in. But you guys started making it interesting in the 6th inning, though. Titans were down, what was it, 7-2 at that point?
Yeah, I think we were down 8-2 at one point. Closed it to 8-5 in the 6th, and they added one in the 7th, and we still had the bases loaded with a good opportunity.
At the end, that's coming up, and Roman Ballinger there with a 2 RBI double in the 6th. Though 9-5 was the score entering into the bottom of the 7th. They brought in Josh Apple as a closer. Before that was Alex Jefferson, who's going to Missouri State. And right there's a run being knocked in. Drake Hupp scoring, but then here towards the end, bases loaded. This would score a run on Matt Benitez, but a double play. That meant no more base runners, and that pretty much ended the threat there after they brought Jefferson back in because he stayed in at center field. Titans fall 9-7, 5 errors in that one, even out-hit Normal West with 11.
Yeah, and I thought Michael and Matt both did a good job of pitching around the errors for the most part. I mean, a couple of the mistakes were theirs. Michael had the 1 error on the pickoff, but I thought all in all they did a good job of pitching, and just part of the game. Sometimes you make a few errors like that, and right now we're in a spell when we make an error, it hurts us. And it always does, but it's really hurting us at this point.
Now, at that point, that meant your record fell to 5-3. And do you think it had we mentioned with the seniors and stuff before, do you think you had to make any changes or anything to the lineup to sort of put you guys in a better situation? Because that showed up in the Springfield game.
Oh, we just haven't had a lot of time to work really on different combinations. And And besides the fact we have some inexperience at some positions, we've also had some injuries, some people that haven't been able to play where we thought they were going to be able to play. So just a combination of things, and it's early in the season, and I think those are things we can get straightened out.
Take a look at another conference game for the Titans against Springfield High. This game at home against South Park after that non-conference game against Normal West. And we'll pick this game up in the 5th inning. Glenwood was down early 2-1 heading into the bottom of the 5th, but Brian Hobby double off the top of the wall against Springfield High starter Dane Mender. That gave you guys a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, it was a big hit by Brian. I think he had 2 strikes at the time, and you know, it was just a big hit, I think, to get the game tied up. Squibb got a triple, and you know, then Michael, that you just seen in the highlight here, had a big hit with a 2-run homer.
Cranks it out. Wind was blowing to left field, though, but he really cranked that ball up.
Yeah, he got a first pitch fastball. He was ready for it. He's been swinging the bat real well, and
yeah, he has.
Like you said, he got up in the jet stream a little bit, and I think that was his first career home run. Actually, it was our first home run of the season.
We'd see one a little later, though. 5-2 the score after 5 innings. Will Smith pitching. This Will Smith is not from West Philadelphia, but a pitch, or single up the middle, I should say, by Matt Benitis, and he hit the ball well and started at catcher for Jonah Bell in this game. And then Roman Ballinger able to knock in the courtesy runner, Tyler Brown, there with that extra base hit.
Right, the floodgates really opened after Brian's hit there in the 5th, and we hadn't done a whole lot offensively. Their pitcher done a nice job keeping us.
They brought in Brandon Hickman, a little submariner, to look at that motion, and then eventually guys just started teeing off on him. Jack Atterbury double off the wall.
Yeah, it was really good to see. We didn't hit much in our conference game against Jacksonville. Left a lot of runners on base.
11 runners on base.
Yeah, that was really the key to that game, and then this one. We were able to get the big hit when we got runners in scoring position, so nice turnaround for us.
Hobby knocks it out of the park, second homer of the season in the same game, and that gave you guys a 9-2 lead. Hobby was also the starter in this game, though, and he was looking pretty sharp throughout.
Yeah, he's pitched very well every time out. Yeah, I think he probably wasn't real happy with his Jacksonville performance, but I think even though maybe one of the runs was earned, all 3 of those runs could have been prevented. All the 3 runs could have been prevented in this one.
Strikes out Zach Barnhart there at the knees, and Glenwood wins 9-3. 10 hits, only 2 errors in this one, a little better there, and Hobby with 2 hits, same thing with Atterbury. Now, Coach, you saw defensively, we talked about that, went from 5 years to 2 years. Obviously, you don't want to have any errors, but defensively, do you think you've seen some improvement now? They're getting more repetition at practice?
Yeah, I think that's weather's getting a little warmer, and although maybe not today, but the weather's gotten a little better, and we've just got some time out in the field. And part of it is just getting people comfortable with where they're playing. They need to come to the ballpark and know where they're going to play, and until we can get some consistent practice time, that's going to be difficult to do and get everybody healthy. But I think once we can do those things, they come to the park, they know where they're going to play, that's going to help everybody.
So after you guys get ready now for Tuesday against SHG, who's had a solid year so far, and last year you guys played describe playing on that turf field of SHG that they got over there.
Yeah, it's difficult. You don't really know how the ball is going to bounce. We don't get that much practice. We got to play Jacksonville on their field over there, which is the same type of surface. And I know these guys play a few games during the summer, but it's a different game, and you just have to adjust. And when the regional is going to be played at SHG this year, so
yeah, gotta get used to that.
Yeah, we're going to have to get used to it in a hurry.
All right, Coach, thanks for coming on, and good luck throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you, Danny.
All right, the Wednesday night game against the Senators was rained out at Robin Roberts Stadium in Springfield, but the baseball Titans host arch rival SHG Tuesday at South Park with the first pitch at 4:30. Moving on to another diamond, the softball diamond. The Glenwood softball team is off to a roaring start with a record of 6-0. The Lady Titans look to continue that trend Tuesday against Springfield High at home. So let's take a look at the highlights. So Glenwood bats got going early, but eventually Springfield able to get out of the inning. Gabrielle Connor didn't even go a third of an inning for Springfield High. 5-0 was the score. Titans after 1. The Lady Senator relievers would not do much better. They were wild here, hitting catcher Brooke Remenschneider, and that put runners on base for the Titans, which led to a ton of runs in this one, able to get runners on place. Also playing some small ball here with Miranda Esprim, able to get on the base there, and then Abby Burden. I told you the relievers were wild. Abby Burden scores on a wild pitch there, and a lot of careless errors by Springfield High, and the Titans took advantage of them. Brianna Graham picked up her 3rd win of the year, going 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, and the Titans able to play small ball wherever they can. There's an RBI single up the middle. Graham with another strikeout, her 4th of the day, and the Titans win by the score of 20-0 on 7 hits, 1 hit only allowed by Brianna Graham. Long had 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and Bree Edgar with 2 hits as well. And that was Sammy Long as well. The Titans Lady Senators softball game Wednesday night was also rained out, but that allows more time for Glenwood to prepare for the SHG Lady Cyclones, who eliminated the Titans in the regional final the past 2 seasons. But before that, on Monday at 4:30, the Lady Titans battle Normal Community. And then we mentioned Tuesday when the Titans play SHG, that game will be called Swing for Kaylee in honor of Kaylee Wilmarth. We will take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back with girls soccer highlights against Peoria Notre Dame, broken down by junior forward Nikki Hogan. Stay right there. Fat Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top Walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, Fat Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Aaron, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
More.
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Kids, the breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
All right, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Welcome back to The Rush, and junior forward on the girls soccer team, Nikki Hogan's here to break down some soccer highlights with us, also discuss how the team is trying to head back to state as well this year. So Nikki, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
And last season, girls got second at state and lost to Wheaton St. Francis. But how likely do you think the team, the way they're playing right now, is to make a similar run like that in the postseason?
Well, we definitely have a strong team again this year. I mean, we have a lot of old players. We have 11 seniors, so that helps a lot. But we can't just talk the talk. We have to work hard every day at practice. We got to go play everyone with the same intensity, and we still have a lot of time in the season left, so we just got to keep pressing forward and trying our best. From last year moving to this year, what did you guys really try to work on? What are you guys trying to work on as the season moves on? Well, we lost our goalie last year, and we
Kara
lost
Moody.
Yeah, and we lost a forward and some other people, but we went on a competitive team together, so that kind of got our team chemistry together. And then you can always work on footwork, I mean, offensive, defensive, so kind of nothing special, but I mean, we played together, got that team chemistry, and so hopefully that'll help us. Now, last Saturday, you guys took on Peoria Notre Dame, the Lady Irish. Let's take a look at the highlights right now in Glenwood against P&D. You guys came out firing here. Maggie Julin just to miss a little high there, though, but you guys had a lot of shots on goal. Yeah, for sure. A lot of shots on goal, trying to do that, and eventually, talk about this play here, how able to set it up for Abby Clintworth with the goal. What are you girls trying to do here? I mean, she brought it down the line and then she crossed it over, and I mean, we practice this almost every day. So yeah. I mean, set her up and she put it in.
And after that, you're going to get a nice assist here, and I want you to explain what you're trying to do here. You end up with the goal to get a nice assist to make it 2-0 with 25 minutes to go.
Oh yeah, definitely. I had an open window, and I was like, Cassie gave me a perfect pass, and honestly, I just went up to the ball, and I was like, all right, put it in the corner, and don't mess this up, and thank goodness it went in. Hit the post, but still in.
Yeah, it's still in though.
Lucky shot.
And here is a nice try by Kelly Graves, but the P&D goalkeeper, Jenna Ashley, not able to get many back, but she's able to stop that one. And here, one of the few shots on goal that P&D had, but you mentioned losing a goalkeeper. Well, this time you have Mara Cunningham able to scoop it up. She's been playing well to start.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And here again, just nice defense here, and described here, and someone ended up taking a tumble there, but eventually great defense preventing a P&D goal there.
Yeah, it looks like she fell down, but she got right back up and deflected it off, so.
And that's the way to do it. Time winding down in the first half, and Maggie Julian able to boot home a goal with about a minute left, makes it 3-0 Titans at the half. How important was that for you guys' momentum in the game? Because you carried it right over.
Yeah, that was definitely a killer for them, because I think they still thought they were in the game, but after she put that in, it was basically their hopes were down. So. Starting
the second half, Cassie Sheedy won't be denied. That one ends up rolling in. That made it 4-0. Guys end up keep scoring and end up winning 7-0. Nikki Hogan had 2 goals, and Kelly Graves had 2 goals as well in that game. And after, dismantling the Irish over there, CS8 foe Lincoln was up next. So let's take a look at the final score in that one. This was Tuesday night, CS8 conference matchup. Easy win for the Titans, 9-0. Maggie Julian had 2 goals, and Ashley Musgrove had 2 goals as well. This is one of the 11 seniors able to score. And you guys mentioned Musgrove and Julian and Kelly Graves all played on the girls basketball team. Now, how does that chemistry help you play on the soccer field?
Oh, it definitely helps. We're all competitive, but we're kind of a family out there, so it's nice. We came straight from basketball right into soccer, but we're still going hard, and it's nice.
Now at 8-0 on the year, what do you think the team's biggest victory has been so far? You played a tough non-conference schedule.
Yeah, well, the P&D game was definitely a huge one, because even though we beat them 7-0, there's a big possibility we're going to play them in playoffs.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're kind of sending them a message. But we also had a big win against Edwardsville, 3-0, and they're a hard program, and they're bigger than us, too. Yeah, so that's definitely huge. But next week, we actually have a tough schedule, so we'll see where we're at, and they're really good teams. So
yeah, QND's up there. I want to say Glenbrook, South, and O'Fallon all on that schedule. Yeah. Very tough teams to play. Well, Nikki, thanks for coming on. Good luck, especially in those games coming up.
No problem. Thank you.
The 8-0 Titan girls play next on Wednesday in Quincy at 4:30 against the QND Lady Raiders. Right now, let's take our last commercial break of the day, and we'll be joined with Dylan Ambrose of Capital City Lacrosse when we return. All right.
Well, Mr. Raji, we could save you hundreds by doing a discount double check.
Not you too, Raji. You're on my team. You know that's my move.
The discount double check?
No, it's my touchdown dance, man.
Here we go again. Sir, you're not even doing it right. Raji, drop it.
Show me what you got, Raji.
What is this?
Come on now. You said you were a dancer.
Where you going, buddy? Come on back.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Lacrosse is a growing sport around the U.S. and especially right here in Central Illinois. Capital City Lacrosse defenseman, defender, whatever you want to call yourself, and Glenwood senior Dylan Ambrose is here to break down some Cap Wax highlights against Peoria Notre Dame. So Dylan, thanks for coming on.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And lacrosse, really a growing sport, but you guys able to get a lot of big-time football names on the Glenwood roster to play this year. And how do you think the season's been going so far? You guys are undefeated.
Yeah, actually right now our whole program from U11, U13, and varsity are all undefeated.
Oh yeah, different levels and different age groups.
And having a bunch of football guys up there, you know, really helps out with the hitting, and just a bunch of really athletic guys out there looking to play.
Let's take a look. You guys play home games at Centennial Park, so let's take a look. Capital City Lacrosse against Peoria Notre Dame, and here. So, about to say, you're on defense, but you scored some goals in this one right here. You're number 24 and able to get that one in there.
Yeah, we're really trying to work the ball around a lot, and just looking to get the wealth around and get some points out there.
Now, you don't just play defense, you play another position as well. Describe that as you score. I actually have a nice assist here to Ryan Martin, who's able to punch it in.
I play LSM, which is a lawn stick midfield. So usually you're on defense, but on a fast break, you'll usually come down and work the ball around.
Now, how physical of a game? You see right there is the game of lacrosse. Very physical.
Very
This
much
one gets
so.
past, well, Quinn Speaks. He's done a good job of football player filling in, hasn't he?
Kwamir's our starting goalie, and Quams has had track a lot.
Kwamir McNair, okay.
Great goal by Miles.
Miles McAdams, of course, quarterback, still playing some high school sports with Caplats.
Yes, and Quinn's been stepping up big for our loss of a goalie, and Kwamir should be here this weekend, so Quinn's been stepping up really big for us. So.
Williamson with 4 goals, Ryan Martin with 4 goals. Final score ended up being 12-3 against Peoria Notre Dame. And after that, a big win. How are you guys looking to come out this week against?
This week we have Bloomington and Champaign
12-4
on Saturday. Yeah. And Bloomington, we played them before. They're a good team. Actually pretty good friends with a bunch of guys on the team. They're a good competitive team. But Champaign, they got our number good last year.
But it's a lot different this year from last year because you guys got a lot more people going out and a lot more experience now.
Yeah, we do. Actually, we only lost 3 guys last year who ended up going off to college. Everybody else who was on the team stayed, and really has been working hard, and our team's just really been coming up. So.
With all that, and hey, good luck on Saturday over there at Centennial Park. Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you.
Cap Blacks back in action Saturday at Centennial Park in Springfield for 2 games starting at noon and 4. So now let's see how the Titans tennis team performed against Springfield High in a huge match at Washington Park. 7-2 the final. The Titans as a team defeated Springfield High, a perennial power in tennis. So a big win for the Titan guys. So the Titan tennis guys hit the courts again Tuesday at Glenwood at 4:15 versus Quincy High School. This past basketball season, the Titans went on an improbable run to the Super Sectional and were supported all the way by the loyal student section. Even though games could get crazy, Glenwood's 6-man boosted the Titan players with good playing fun and sportsmanship. The Rush's Eric Burklow has more.
At sports events, especially high school sporting events, fans play a big role. All Chatham games are no exception, and many GHS fans attend the game and show good sportsmanship.
I think that our students do a fantastic job. At the SHG game, you know, we probably had close to 500 students sing the national anthem at that game, and they weren't doing it in a funny way. They did it with a lot of respect.
For me personally, that kind of pumped me up. I mean, it gets the whole team going, it gets me going. Just want to play hard.
Just to come and be loud and have fun and enjoy and root for their team and do it with class.
Sometimes, though, when the emotions on high or the competition's fierce, some fans get a little carried away. There's a line between good and bad sportsmanship.
Do they ever make mistakes? Yes. And when they do, I talk to them about it.
I think the line that can't be crossed is when somebody gets offended by what you say. And if they go out of their way to tell an administrator that they were offended, I think that's a line you just can't cross.
I thought what they were doing to Gabe, kind of, the SHG game was a little uncalled for, and maybe what they do to Larry sometimes. But I mean, it's part of the game.
For the most part, the GHS fans play an important role in the games that support is most appreciated.
I mean, we had a great run here, and they were behind us, and it was just it was a lot of fun. But you know, they were like a 6-man to us, and I want to thank everybody in the administration all the way down to the fan base and student body. They did a wonderful job for us this year.
Fans at GHS played an important role at the GHS games. Both fans and coaches think while winning is great, sportsmanship comes first. This is Eric Burklow reporting from GCNN.
Look for the Glenwood student section in the stands wherever the Titans are playing. So now everyone knows that the Louisville Cardinals won the 2013 NCAA tournament, but let's find out who won the Bus Berklos bracket competition and the $25 Taco Bell gift card. Mr. Pachowski in first with a score of 121. 8th grader Maddie Clintworth over at GMS got second. Peter Schmidt in third, yours truly in fourth, and Carter Wilkie rounding out the top 5 in Bus Berklos bracket. Eric himself was at about 15th, but had a solid start. As part of his award, Mr. Pachowski will be on the debate next week. Well, that's it for this episode of The Rush. We're out of here.